With heightened tension and violence and a government shutdown, we all have prepped our food, our water, and our ammo. But these are 5 things that most preppers forget to prep. Just missing one of these things could be the difference between surviving comfortably and a complete struggle when it all goes down. I'm Paul, and this is Wolverine Prepper. Now, before we dive in, let me say this. I have been consistently a prepared citizen for the last 5 years, and I've even missed a few of these items. They're not fancy gadgets or expensive tools. They're very simple things that, if missed, could make or break a prepping plan. Now let's get into number 1. The first item on my list are our pets. Most of us have them, and we all love them. They're our family, our companion, and they bring us great joy in times of turmoil. And during a survival situation, they're really going to be important to have that emotional connection. But have we remembered enough food, water, or even medication that they might need? That includes flea and tick medication. Now, I'm not necessarily just referring to the end of the world type of scenario that all preppers prep for, but I'm talking about natural disasters, mudslides, wildfires, hurricanes, even in the north, blizzards or really bad snowstorms. Do we have enough provisions for our pets? That was one of the things I missed when I first started, was my pets. I was not thinking about our dogs and cats and what I would need to keep them safe during a survival situation. So what I would recommend doing is, when you go to the store to buy a bag of dog food or cat food, get another bag. Get a sealable container that you can put oxygen absorbers or liquid absorbers in. And we're always rotating as preppers. So you just rotate through that new bag as you go through the old one, and you buy another one, so on and so on. Cat litter, I would do the same thing. I would just buy extra cat litter so that if something did happen, you're prepared and you're ready for it. Now, in my water plan, I do keep water for my dogs and my cats. With dogs, it's pretty easy. They have a lot of bacteria in their stomachs, so you could really just use your rainwater catchment system to give them water if needed. Number 2 on my list is entertainment. Surviving any type of situation, even with other people, can be very isolating and can be very hard on us mentally, emotionally, and physically. And we really need to remember that sometimes, even in those situations, we need to wind down and we need to have a little bit of fun. So when I go into entertainment, I'm not talking about movies or things like that, because most of the time we're probably not going to have electricity or internet. But do you have books, fun books, comic books? I'm a huge comic book nerd, so I have a lot of comic books that I can go through and start reading again. Games like Yahtzee or Uno or any other type of board games. Even playing cards that you can play different card games with, especially if you have children, to keep them entertained, to keep you entertained. That way you don't get the dreaded, "Dad, I'm bored." It's a great way to bond as a family and just kind of lift the spirit in those heavy situations. Number 3 on my list is hygiene. And I might not just be talking about soap, shampoo, deodorant. I'm a guy. There are different hygiene products that I don't use. And when I started my preparedness journey, I completely forgot about that. Now, I have a wife and a teenage daughter who do require feminine products for hygiene. So I started to add that to my hygiene preparedness plan. Now, this one is really simple to start in your preparedness plan. When your wife or any female in your group, or even yourself, go to the store to buy a package of feminine products, buy 1 or 2 more. If the store has a sale, buy a couple extra. And as you rotate through them, you just keep adding more and more. That way, if the situation ever does arise, you're ready. A lot of us wear glasses and contacts. What if you were in a situation and your glasses broke and you couldn't get to an eyeglass store to buy new glasses? Do you have an extra pair of glasses if you needed them? What about if you wear contacts? What if one of your contacts tears or you lose it? Do you have extra contacts? What about contact solution? Do you have that to clean them or to store them? I myself got LASIK surgery a couple years ago, and I have a condition now where I need to use a lubrication drop when I sleep because my eyes get dry. This was something that was so subtle that I would have never thought about it until I needed it. So I started adding this to my preparedness plan. This one, again, is really easy. All you have to do is just start buying extra solution or drops or whatever you might need when you buy them. And then as you rotate, you keep it replenished and you continue to add. If you have an old pair of glasses, or maybe you can go and get one of those deals at the optometrist where you get 2 pairs of glasses for a certain price. This would be a great way to have an extra pair of glasses just in case you need them. We all live by that phrase, 2 is 1 and 1 is none. And in this situation, that is very true. And for the 5th item on my list is an inventory for bartering. Now, these are not things that you have in your preps that are for you and your family. These are separate preps that you have specifically for bartering. You may need things down the road, and you're going to need to barter to get those things. They could be as simple as fine metals, food, water, ammo, hygiene products. Could be cigarettes or alcohol. When people have addictions, they don't stop. They're going to look for those addictions, and those would be good things to have in your barter inventory. Again, these are things that are not in your preps, but they are prepared specifically for bartering. And I would also keep them in a separate location so that if something were to happen to your home, those preps are in another location and they can be accessed by you and you alone. And just for fun, I'm going to give you 2 bonus items. First item on that list is water. We can never have enough water. But I'm not necessarily talking about the water that you're treating for long-term storage, but do you have additional ways to obtain water? That other water that you obtain, do you have ways to clean that water, to filter that water? This was something I was missing until one of my friends had asked me if my GeoPress or my Gravity water filter had additional filters after those ones were dirty. When I said no, that really made me start to think about just those little details of water preparedness that I would have gone missing and really could have become a problem had I not had extra filters. And the last thing on my bonus list is one of the big things I highlighted in my last video: stamina and fitness. If you are not preparing through fitness and stamina, you're not doing anyone any favors. If you have a little extra weight, lose it. If you don't have good stamina, start doing cardio. Start working out every day. Start with a little at a time. If all you can do is walk around the block, walk around the block until you can jog around the block, until you can run around the block, and go from there. Especially if you have a plate carrier on or a backpack, a bug out bag. If you can't move quickly with that additional gear, you're going to have problems. You and your family are going to become a liability. You are no longer the protector of the people that you love. So the last item on my bonus list is fitness and stamina. And there you have it. Those are the 5 items most people forget in their preparedness plan. Did you forget any of those items? If you did, don't worry about it. That's all part of the journey that we're on together, learning. That's why I wanted to build this community, so that we can share and grow and support one another. Did you find my video fun, informative? Go ahead and give it a like. Do you know someone that could really benefit from watching the video? Go ahead and share it with them. Click subscribe to get more of my content, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Hey, if you want to keep watching, click on the video right here and you can keep watching my videos. I'm Paul. This is Wolverine Prepper. God bless you, and God bless the Republic.